So let's take that one step further. You do that self-evaluation and you realize, man, I'm not nearly as diverse as I thought that I was. Then what's the next step?
The next step is we can talk about there's two routes there. Are you the person or the CEO or whomever? Are you a person that has the resources to go out and spend all this money educating yourself? I think we've all mentioned something we've read or looked at recently. You've got to educate yourself. And a lot of times it doesn't cost anything to educate yourself. The only thing it costs you, not anything, it costs you time. Take the time to go and talk with someone that you would not normally communicate. The people outside of our bubble. We were talking off camera about how when we want to bring someone up or something, or we know of a job that they might fit, we go to our friends. We go to people that think like us, often look like us, dress like us. They do things like us, but it doesn't help with the inclusion issue. We want to sometimes bring those people in to say, hey, Ronnie Parker, I hear you're having issues with understanding how you view inclusion and diversity. Let me help you by sharing some of my story, sharing some of the ways I perceive things. Interesting enough, the chair of our diversity for the chamber, the last chair, we have a new chair now, but he shared a story where he's an African American male. He's a leader in society. And he said that when he drives his car, he puts his wallet on the dash and drives it on the dash because he doesn't want to bring any unwanted or unjust attention or make any sudden movements when he has an interaction with a police officer. And immediately somebody would say, wait a second, that's a false perception. Everything's great. Nothing, you just obey things. But how do we fix that internal perception? Because Jim Bibbs was our last chair. Jim Bibbs' perception was that he's uncomfortable. That's an issue that he's dealing with personally. And how do you have those conversations? He took it upon himself to go out and meet with these people, go out with people that maybe they're in law enforcement and have those conversations and get comfortable so they can get to know one each other. And then it makes things a lot easier and it addresses that discomfort you have. And there's tips there that helps him out drastically and so much. And I've done the same thing in my life. I've had to deal with those issues with inclusion where maybe I'll go in the store and I can't find what I want to buy. And what I won't do is I won't leave that store without buying something because internally, I don't want people to perceive me as someone that might take something, someone might steal something. And people outside can say, hey, that's not the case. You can't think that way. But it's in something internally that I'm dealing with. So what I do is I make those interactions, I connect with people so that I can see their point of view. And maybe it's me that needs to work on it. Or maybe it's somebody that says, I understand how you feel. Let me help you not feel that way. Let me show you some things you can do to take that burden off of yourself. So internally, what you do is you communicate, you network, and you reach out to people and you learn about how they operate and how things are perceived in their mindset, and then incorporate that some into your own mindset, and it'll help you deal with those issues of inclusion internally.